I'm going to teach you how to create a button group where you can add as many buttons as you want in one line. When using Elementor and you're designing your hero section, you want to sometimes put buttons side by side next to each other, and it can get a bit difficult. Maybe you can use the intersection for this and use columns, but I'm not sure that's the best solution. That's why we created a free solution with unlimited elements that lets you add a button group. So let me show you how you add this to your Elementor website. You open the dashboard, make sure unlimited elements is installed. Once you click on unlimited elements, you will see a widget library, and you can filter this library by choosing any one of the categories. The category we want now is buttons. So I'm going to click on that, and there are all sorts of cool button effects. For example, this gradient button, if I'm going to click preview, you can see it has some cool sliding gradient effect, and you can use any one of these, preview them, and test them out. The one I'm going to use right now, it's free, so unlimited elements is free, and also this widget is free. Not all of them are free, but the button group, the first one, is free. I'm going to click install, and what it does now, it's installing it from our cloud widget library. Now, the reason we work this way is that we don't want to clutter your server. So there are a lot of widgets here, and we don't want to install anything that you didn't choose that you want to add to your Elementor website, and we don't want to take up any PHP memory or anything like that. So right now, nothing is installed, and the only thing I installed is this button group. Going back into Elementor, I'm going to refresh the page. And in the widgets pane, I'm going to slide down over here, and we have our button group. I'm going to drag that inside. And as you can see, we have two buttons, one next to each other. Now, what's nice about a button group is that you can have more than two buttons. You can add as many as you want by clicking the add item button over here. I'm just going to delete this one since two are enough. And as you can see, it's also styled in a way that there's a primary button and a sub button. Usually the sub button will be first, so I'm going to drag it on top, and now it's first. And I'm going to align these buttons to the left using the general settings. Align to left. Perfect. Let's delete this other button. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to style them. So the first button, I'm going to change the text color to white. The background color, I'm going to change to opacity 100%. So I'm taking down the alpha. And I did that for the hover state. I need to do it for the regular state. Perfect. And I want the border to be white. So let's choose white over here. Perfect. So that's our first button. And let's change the button hover to white also. And let's change the hover state to white. Drag the alpha up. Perfect. And we only need to change the text hover color to black. So our first button is ready. And let's talk about the second button. The second button I want to be white since it's the primary button. So I'm opening the second item. The background color is going to be white. And for hover, I'm going to change it to black. And the border color is going to be white. On hover, it's going to be black. And we just need to change the text to black. Perfect. So now I have two buttons with two different hover states, and I can add as many buttons as I want, and depending on my needs. Let's see what else we have in general over here. So we can make these buttons bigger and exactly the size we want using padding. So for example, if I want to make them wider, I'm going to add 60 padding, and they are a bit wider. We can make the corners less rounded, and we can make the border width thicker or thinner. I'm just going to make it a bit thinner. Perfect. And we can space between them. So there are two settings for spacing between them. The reason I split this into two settings is because if the buttons are centered, we do want spacing left and right. But if we align them to the left, then we don't want this unnecessary space. So we can change that to 0 and add only right spacing between each button, and no matter how many we have. So I think that was a good overview explaining how you can use our button group widget for Elementor Page Builder.